for Alan Wake.
Oh! Alan! Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on, sit down. Woo! Oh, man. It is so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
Sorry, does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man. That is spot on. Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. That's very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger and guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak? Are we all in your story, Alan? Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan. I hope it's as successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours. A book called Return, perhaps. Man, thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan. All this talk of meta-narratives. I'm expecting to disappear once this scene ends.
I forgot this was the first one. Okay, so spoilers for this game, because obviously I'm playing it the second time around. What's really fun is Mr. Door is actually clearly annoyed that he's been trapped in this fucking loop as well. Like it's like he's got better things to be doing, but he has to play along with Alan because of Alan's powers. It was, I would have known at the time, heavily implied that Mr. Door and Mr. Hatch are the same person from Quantum Break. They can't call him Mr. Hatch because they don't have the rights to Mr. Hatch, and that actor sadly passed on. It is interesting because it's hang on, I'll let some of it play out.
I'm losing it. Something's not right here. I needed to get home.
to Alice.
So departure, initiation, return are classic steps on the hero's journey. But all this was written out in Quantum Break as well. Written on the board, the same one that says all the AWE stuff. Well, yeah, what I was going to say is we'll see later that this is the studio that we see in Alan Wake 1. We see an interview with some guy. I don't know who he is, but the actor who plays Alex Casey in the movies is there, played by Sam Lake. And I fucking swear that's a joke scene in the first game. That's just a wink that, oh look, that guy, he's Max Payne. And in this game it makes it canon that no, there is an actor called Sam Lake who plays... I don't know if they ever say Sam Lake's name actually, but it is Sam Lake because he's got his accent. It might be Sammy Jarvis. It's canon that he's the actor for the Alex Casey guy. Which yeah. If they ever do, because they're remaking Max Payne, they're gonna have to replace the actor because he died as well. The Alex Casey voice. Where am I going?
What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke?
Never.
Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream.
It never occurred to me that this
Make a good
studio
horror
was in
story.
New York. What's the other thing I was going to say? It'll come back to me, I'm sure.
I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Yeah, so I think it says Sammy... Okay, hang on. Can we see the names? No, it says Sam Lake. Yeah, so Sam Lake, the writer of this game, is also Sam Lake, the actor. And I suppose they had to go with that because they implied it was him. Hang on. Yeah, so he's Mr. Door. That's Odin Anderson. That's Bob Boulder. So none of them are Tor Anderson. None of them are using the actor names. What? That will say Alan Wake. But also, yeah, there's Artie up there as well. Interpretation of many worlds, Dr. Casper Darling. One thing I think this game implies, because that's Alan Wake's voice, and obviously now that that's just a quirk. Again, that was probably they just wanted to use that guy's face for something. But in the same way, they've started connecting all the previous things, even if they wasn't connected. They're connecting Casper to Alan Wake, which is pretty reasonable because if you consider how was it Tom? I forgot his name now. If you're considering they're both writing each other's story, it could get very messy with the writes and rewrites. Tom the poet. I think so because Control uses the actor. But it's not Wilder is in Control. Is her name in Quantum Break, but in Control she's Jessie, isn't it? But I believe both siblings are in Quantum Break. It's just that the brother, who's going to be the main character, Controller 2, is just like a taxi driver in Quantum Break. So they must have just liked that, like, very quick. It's the neighbor of the beast, of course. I'll double check that one.
Time is broken here. Maybe time never
it. A spiral. I thought I was finding remnants of the earlier loops, earlier drafts of my writing. Murder sites that I had left clues, mementos for myself to guide me on, but maybe that's only part of it. If time is not a straight line, then there are loops beyond these loops. Vast complex superstructures beyond what's happening to me now, ahead of me. And I'm there as well, a version of me, something. I have become some elevated, enlightened version, an archon, a demiurge, a demon of some sort, playing a secret game, building something, his past self upon to get him there. A deus ex machina pushing me there. I hate the idea of crazy, intrusive thought. And yet, no crazier than anything else here.
Which version of myself was I?
That's got to be new. Not only did that, I know the bullet of light, I think, is in the initial scene. You just don't have the context for it. But, like, I believe that's the first time Spiral is not brought up until the cinema, I don't think, and then only as a sort of spoiler for the end of the game. That's the other thing I was going to say. We'll listen to the rest of the scene first.
Where was I in this grand loop?
So the first game ends with a lie. It doesn't end technically because there's 2 DLC and they're mandatory DLC, because the first game ends with it's not a lake, it's an ocean. And I always thought the implication of that was, one, it's not a lake, it's a portal to somewhere else. It's an ocean, you know, it's the dark place, it's not really a lake. And 2, this world is much bigger than we thought it was. I really didn't feel like it's not a lake, it's an ocean was that abstract as a concept to like get, but like people genuinely did go, what does that even mean? So it's really funny they put it in the interview. Obviously they have, it's not a loop, it's a spiral. But that makes a lot more sense because you realise not only is a lot of this story a big loop, but they've been this story, like this replaythrough is canonically a different loop than the first playthrough, which is why we're getting extra information. Oh, I can't watch that video because we don't have the writer's room right now. But yeah, there's a little threat when he says, are we in your writer's room right now? Or are we just being written? Because he fucking resents that a lot. I assume they will replace the actor for Max Payne. I mean, they have to, because otherwise they have to use 20-year-old recordings. And I'm assuming they didn't keep those recordings. But also, we've massively established that you can change people's faces and voices now. They're just gonna, like, repeat in different ways. Like, they could even just pick somebody else who's already in the story. He just needs to be able to...
There was something in the studio with me. I had to get out.
He needs to be able to talk gravelly. I mean, he's never going to be as good as the original Max Payne, but, like, there's nothing we can do about that.
Waking up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air. This place felt familiar. A ghost of a memory surfaced, about riding here for countless days.
To bring this song to its end. So yeah, we've still got a missing song.
A plot board for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far. But other notes as well. Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
So one thing I think the game does very well is whenever somebody brings up the word trust, it's actually like completely the opposite. Saga says, I can trust the words of the writer as well, because the implication is that that's just been written for her, and probably shouldn't trust the writer, nor should he, for reasons he's already explained, because he's a pawn to his future self.
I had to write more.
Waking up to a nightmare. That's the idea. Yes. We're not going to read all this out loud because I did play it before.
I didn't remember much, but I knew my thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my boat. Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
Welcome back. We have a great show for you here tonight. A real treat for all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is here tonight. That's right. Sam Lake, ladies and gentlemen. The actor who has given his face to the famous detective in the film series. And of course, we have Alan Wake here. The best-selling writer, the books, the films are based on. Let's do this!
So I also like that they're playing the song from later in the game, and that's neat. Because we won't know what that song is until later.
Welcome back to the show. So, Alan, as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
Fine. I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
Left my can out.
This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester, It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window, my own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
That's great. Murder case, Casey. Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
So I probably said this the first time around, but I'm going to say it again. I wonder if that's a... So they made a movie of Max Payne with Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark. I've not watched it because it looks fucking terrible. But I do know that they were disappointed in it, because obviously you'd be disappointed in it. And you know, the sheer fact they have a literal, like only 17 minutes, but there's a movie in this game. You know, it's their ambitions. Though I don't know if they would have been capable of doing something like that 10 years before, 15 years before, whenever that film came out. If I ever want to torture myself, I'll watch that film, but I'm not interested in the slightest. I've not heard any news about that Max Payne games. I know they've fired the CEO stepped down because of their multiplayer game not doing very well, and that's making me quite nervous. Because they put a corporate guy in charge instead, and he's gone on record on saying I don't want to interfere with any of the sort of magic making. That's, you know, they know what they're doing there. All he's in charge of doing is international sales. That's his expertise. He wants them to have more of an international, people to know who they are, who are foreign markets and stuff. And to be fair, that is his expertise. But it's just really worrying that they got because I think it's an ex-Ubisoft guy. So yeah, that's why I said before, with DLSS 5, I was a little bit nervous as well, because Remedy are exactly the people who use DLSS 4 to optimize the game. They're not great at optimization, is the point I'm making at. So they just used it as a band-aid. The very way you're not supposed to use DLSS 5, DLSS, sorry. And obviously they're huge fans of tech in general. All their games have always pushed tech as much as they possibly can, instead of polish. A really good example of that is Max Payne versus Metal Gear Solid 2. Two games that have many similarities, but Metal Gear Solid 2 is a game with a lot of fucking polish, an absurd amount of polish. You can shoot bottles, and you're like, well, that's easy. You can just simulate. No, that was pre that technology. They just animated all the bottles being shot, which is an insane thing to put in a computer game. Whereas Max Payne leaned heavily on tech. It was like, oh, you can have this many things on the screen. Well, we'll do that. Control just did what Max Payne did the first time out. Five, six, 565. I was supposed to go there the first time around, but obviously the whole idea is that they use that code in every game, so it's always 665 until it isn't, I suppose. Till it comes to its end. bring the song to its end. Whatever. I do wonder... I was tempted to stream Quantum Break again. There's like 3 hours worth of movie footage in that game. So yeah, I don't know why I was like surprised that they tried to make movies. They did so in a previous game. But like, so the first time I played it, I tried to just sort of describe what happened in them. But honestly, I think I could probably just get away with like streaming the entire episodes. I might want to try and be a little bit clever about it. But like put it in a window. It's very, cause, I mean, immortality is like just me watching movies already, so really Quantum Break is no different from immortality in that way. Ah, there we go. Some say it loops forever.
Hello?
It's Artie.
Ah, Lorraine! There you are, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well.
A great phrase.
Not one without the other. Good to see you.
Yeah, show me the Champion of Light and I'll show you the Herald of Darkness.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
No totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
The work instructs the maker. Sounds what is the phrase? I know he makes up fucking phrases as well. Form. It's a form follows function. But obviously we're in a loop, so that's not necessarily the way round. I think this is like a genuine, just a Finnish pop star stroke comedian guy, and they're just like, yep, you get to be in our game now. Because the song that he sings is that guy singing. He just looks like this. They're just...
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor? You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katoppa a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit. It's in a shoebox, in the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
Thanks, Artie. What a well-realized character. Is it cheating just to grab a guy that's charismatic and just... You're in our game now.
I've been trying to find a way to escape.
He told
the
you,
dark
use
place.
your tool. You got to find the angel.
Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
You see that? You see that? Bloody Silent Hill 3, just putting a map next to the area, so I don't get lost for fucking 3 hours. I will never forgive Silent Hill 3. I keep saying, when they remake Silent Hill 1, which I know they've already announced, they should remake Silent Hill 3 and put it in secretly, you know, like a Pokemon game does. And then change those two games so the overlapping places are different or clever reimaginings. So it's like, oh, we're back in the hospital, but it's different. Because Silent Hill 3, the first half of Silent Hill 3 is boring as fuck, and you just cut it. There's the only interesting part of Silent Hill 3 is once you get to Silent Hill, and the bit right before that, obviously. And Silent Hill 1's fine, but like Silent Hill 3 goes to the same locations as Silent Hill 1, so like if they're gonna make Silent Hill 1 and then 3, it's just gonna be really weird when you're just redoing stuff. But wouldn't it be a great surprise to finish Silent Hill 1 and suddenly be like, bam, there's still a game to play. Oh my god. What a cool thing to do.
A talk show host?
Good evening. A writer trapped in a dream world attempts to write a story to shape reality around him
Oh,
and escape.
cool.
He is beset by visions leaking in.
We're allowed to do Night Springs.
Beyond his own. He uses those visions as inspiration for his stories, in hopes of giving them power to make them come true. Us, hidden few, know that ultimately he will succeed. But before that, many of his stories collapse back into the stuff that dreams are made of, to remain as they began, works of fiction. And yet, maybe there is a gleam of truth to be unearthed from these tales. Rare glimpse into the unseen realities beyond our own, offering us intriguing avenues of contemplation as they transpire in Night Springs.
Yeah, so when the DLC came out, I just played them as like standalone stuff, but we are allowed to, I believe, start Night Springs in the middle of the game and sort of do them naturally within the story. Oh, we don't have a light, obviously. Yes, of course, we don't get the gun until the song. Fuck.
An old lamp and a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me?
And a donut.
The lamp felt significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness. I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead. Whoa! When the light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed, like something in a dream. Opening a way forward, the lamp was humming. The bulb glowed. It held the light now.
So, as we all
felt
know,
another surge from the lamp. I could
second.
use it again.
as we all know, the song from this game was played at the Game Awards, and that's got, like, I predicted that ahead of time because it was just like, no, it's amazing, it has to be. Although I will say it probably ruined, like, spoiled that moment for a lot of people. Eugenics soundtrack should be winning soundtrack of the year. If it doesn't, it was robbed. I know there's an entire year's worth of games coming out, but like, not just me, everyone who's played that game on stream just has a moment where they go, the soundtrack is amazing, my God. Like, it's just really, the way it's implemented is fantastic.
The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
Yeah, Harry Garrett is in Alan Wake 1 when he does the talk show, and Sam Lake is there.
place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember. The clicker. The light switch. I lost it, but I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror are real. It feeds off my mind, twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral into darkness. I dive to the body to find the answer, the map, and the key, and the compass. That's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean that's not an ocean, and a lake that's not a lake.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this long ending road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back, just to fall into this trap, this winding road.
Cool. Do we have sound? Okay, yeah, of course we do. It's fine. Oh yeah, that's...
My phone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me.
So there's a guy called Donkey, Video Game Donkey. He's quite popular on the internet. And he does funny little videos of games. And sometimes he does reviews as well. And I will say, I was kind of impressed because he does an Alan Wake 2 one. And he does a whole series of jokes about the act, like who's playing who and who's playing who and who's playing who, how confused it is. But he does clearly know the story quite well. I was kind of impressed. Because sometimes, if he doesn't like a game, he can absolutely sabotage the shit out of it. It's the Odio Diner. Mr. Door. Yeah, I obviously I'm not American, and I've not been to New York, but it never occurred to me that games that like TV shows probably just have like a corner street like here that, you know, you get a crowd in, they pay to watch it. Like it's probably the same in London. Like I just never occurred to me how that works. But yes.
The call was for me. It was something important.
But not, yeah, he even points out, something everyone points out, that this Dark New York is Noir York from Max Payne 2, and the plot of Noir York is about there being John Mirror and his evil counterpart. So the plot of Alan Wake 2 is inside Max Payne 1. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. There's like the clearly themes they plucked from.
Hello?
Alan Wake,
Yes.
do you know who I am?
It's Tom.
No? Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over. Shadows.
A sense of deja vu washed over me. Had I had this conversation before?
Alan, listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station, the subway. You need to go there. I'll call you again later. Make sure to pick up.
Do I know you? I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in it together. Don't worry. I got it now. We've been working. Great.
I'm losing you. Hello? Hello?
The important thing to note is that Tom's voice is like Alan Wake's. I'll let this play out first. So I should have had the sound up. Initiation 2, Casey.
The man had said Caldera Street Station. I had to go there.
Max Payne's voice. Okay. So Max Payne, in Max Payne 1, has the face of Sam Lake, the writer of Max Payne, but he has the voice of James McCaffrey. Now in the second Max Payne he has a different face. I cannot remember whose face it is. It might be the face of James McCaffrey as well. But I don't think it is. I think it's another face. Anyway, Alan Wake's model. Alan Wake has the voice of Alan Wake voice. Yes. So let me get this straight. I want to make sure it's all correct. So Max Payne, he's got the voice of Sam Lake, who's the writer of Max Payne, but he's got the voice of James McCaffrey. Alan Wake has the voice of Matthew Porretta, but he has the face of Ilka Vili. But of course, he talks to Tom in Alan Wake, and Tom, of course, in Alan Wake has the voice of James McCaffrey. But in Control, Casper Darling has the voice of Matthew Porretta, but he also has the face of Matthew Porretta. And in this game, and in Control, Tom has the face of Ilka Vili and the voice of Ilka Vili, which is the voice you just heard. I think I've got that completely straight, but like, and I think, but yeah, originally Tom was played by James McCaffrey as well. And of course, James McCaffrey is in Control as the Director Trench, and so his face and voice is the same in that game. And of course, Sam Lake, the actor, has the voice of Sam Lake as well. It never occurred to me that Alex Casey was a pun, just because like the word case is in his name. Also never occurred to me that James, I think it's James Joyce, no, it's Jack Joyce. Jack Joyce from Quantum Break. He's called he's got an alternative name, which is Branch, I think. But it occurred to me that Jack Choice and Jack Choice is the same sound. And his name was always a pun. Beth Wilder and Paul Serene aren't puns, but Serene and Wilder is phrases from the opening poem of Alan Wake 1. I don't think Chessie Faden or her brother, whose name escapes me right now, are puns. How dare they not be puns? I don't know what to do, actually.
The dark place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember. The clicker. The light switch. I lost it. But I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real and yet more real than anything. A danger in the horror reel. It feeds off my mind. Twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times. Written countless stories. Forgotten how many. I keep failing. But I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral into darkness. I dive to the bottom to find the answer, the map and the key, the compass, that's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean that's not an ocean, and a lake that's not a lake. Time is broken here. Maybe time never worked the way we think it does. It loops around. And yet it goes forward. A spiral. I thought I was finding remnants of the earlier loops, earlier drafts of my writing. Murder sites. That I had left clues. Mementos for myself to guide me on, but maybe that's only part of it. If time is not a straight line, then there are loops beyond these loops. Vast complex superstructures beyond what's happening to me now, ahead of me. And I'm there as well, a version of me, something I have become, some elevated, enlightened virgin, an archon, a demiurge, a demon of some sort, playing a secret game, building something, his past self a pawn to get him there. A deus ex machina pushing me there. I hate the idea, a crazy, intrusive thought. And yet, no crazier than anything else here.
Night Springs, a special place, a shifting space.
Okay, I don't think we need to watch those ones again. Yeah, so no new information.
I had to find the subway station.
Just to find a subway station. They're actually pretty good about signage, to the point that signs are usually more... Stop talking, I'm talking. Signs are better than using the map in Remedy games, especially in Control. One of my favourite... Because loop stories are pretty easy, right? All you have to do is plant stuff from the end of the loop at the start, and when you hear it again, you go, "Oh wow, we saw that already!" And you like, your brain goes, "Oh, it's clever!" And all you have to do is just write the start, the end. They do it with Fight Club and everything. But my favourite example of that in this game is that all the lines the shades say are from one crazy like Alan Wake writing session. drowning.
Is this the way it was on the page?
What the hell? Oh, hey. We met at Door's show.
Alan Wake, the writer. I'm Alex Casey, looking into a murder.
Come on, what is this?
There's a piece of evidence, a manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
A manuscript? What manuscript? I need to see it.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next victim? Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
So yeah, I think I managed to forget the first plot point that this happened in the real world, because obviously Alan Wake was missing during this time. But we already know Alex Casey dies in the books, because he died in the books in the first game. It's called Sudden Stop.
Casey!
It's not the fall that kills you. The sudden stop at the end.
I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was just gonna be killing me here, loop by loop. You're not gonna get what you want. You think you know. You know shit. You don't really want to know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
I will say, obviously it's easy to say this now that James McCaffrey's died, but like,
his gun and flashlight
but
to
it
protect
didn't sound
myself.
like he was in the best condition while I was even recording this game, if I'm being perfectly honest.
This was an echo of the books I had written for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective. I had a light now. I could use it to make my way deeper. Shit. With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
These are my favourite new enemies. Oh.
The shadows faded out until they didn't. They were trying to stop me. With the gun and flashlight, I could fight back.
So the conceit is most of the shades do nothing, but sometimes one will become a physical presence and attack you. So at the start, when you don't know the rules, you're just shooting loads of them and fruitlessly wasting ammo. But for the entire rest of the game, you're always going to be paranoid because there'll be so many of them. You're gonna let down your guard eventually, and then they time it quite well, so they attack you then.
The flashlight had done its job. The Caldera Street station sign was there, but the entrance was missing. I had to make it appear. Maybe I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance.
Maybe, but I don't know what the fuck you're looking at. Echoes.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the... Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next victim?
Okay, so that doesn't change. I don't understand. I don't understand why they make you listen to it twice. The manuscripts. One thing I do like is obviously in the first game the manuscripts are crap. Like the plots were fine, but like there wasn't a lot of writing on them, and the idea that these would be pages of manuscript was absurd. And like it was easy to sort of just go, well, yeah, because it's a gameplay abstraction. But I appreciate there's like full-on pages with writing. Could I have passed items through the shoebox? I'm assuming not, to be honest.
I needed to find another light to go deeper inside.
Don't sleep again.
The lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
ABA. I think the subway is actually level 3. Or was it just this level and it's really long? Yeah, he can't have trinkets on, so there's no way of me being told where all the cool items are. Oh, actually the shoebox has stuff in now. Huh. Yeah, this is one really big level, isn't it?
something hidden here. Light would reveal it. The phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Restores health. Let's take Lucky Strike.
Fuck me.
All we need, right? We'll grab that in a second. Thanks, game. We're only using first bullet at the moment. Oh, we did. Are they told to us? Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Why doesn't it stay zoomed in? Container's not the end of the world. We do want those words of power, though. Unfortunately, I'm going to want to go up here again. Can't see where it is.
I had written books about Alex Casey for years. Something lingered here. A line from a half-forgotten story.
But some sins, the evidence of the crimes committed, could never be erased. Not by the rain, or any amount of therapy from Dr. Jack Daniels. It remained bruises under my skin, like tattoos, bruises in my soul, scar tissue on my heart. The rain never stopped falling. I never stopped drinking.
Okay. Well, that's all I need. I mean, there's loads of containers, but I think the containers